Hi, hello, and welcome back to another episode on the Football for the Fans podcast channel. My name is Ian.
I'm Alan.
And first of all, before we get into today's video, I'd like to take this opportunity to thank each and every one of you for taking time to actually watch the videos. Any feedback is highly appreciated as it helps improve the quality of the content. So for this episode, we're going to do a Matchweek 5 review. We're going to take a brief look at how the matches turned out, all 10
games,
all 10 of them. And hopefully we'll give our opinion and it will be an interesting recap. So we do hope you enjoy, and let's get into today's video. Westham United, Manchester United. And I just have to say, as usual, Man United playing with my blood pressure all the way to the end. It is so hard to watch a Man United game and be calm, because we have the best players. We have one of the best players, but we will still struggle to the end. I don't know.
I have a counter argument to that, because this game, it was a tight game, but I think United controlled it for most part of the game. We didn't create the chances, yes, but we controlled the game.
That is true. That is true.
Because I think what was lacking was the creative aspect, because I think Westham, the way Moyes set them up, they were compact.
Especially in the first half.
Because I think they had two defenders on Ronaldo, Bona and Zuma. So of course going to get hard. I think all he needs now to start counter attacking, because if you have two defenders on Ronaldo, you can free up your other two players, namely Greenwood and Sancho.
Sancho,
because two defenders are essentially focused on Ronaldo.
So now it allows other players like Bruno, Pogba, and Sancho and Greenwood to take
advantage. Because maybe this game Ronaldo was just he was drowned out for most part of the first half.
Yes, I think after they saw what he did to Newcastle, they were like, no chance.
Not happening.
Like he's not going to score. But I think credit to West Ham. They played really well.
They played well.
Especially in the first half. They tried their best to frustrate us.
They did frustrate us.
Exactly. And I think they took the lead. Through Benrahma's goal. I still butcher his name for some reason. They scored first. Benrahma, unfortunate deflection, I think, off of Varane.
There's nothing he could have done.
And plus De Gea was left stranded. So, but I think it just goes to show Cristiano Ronaldo. It's better you have him, because he will guarantee you at least a fighting chance. So the equalizer from Ronaldo, a beautiful ball from Bruno
Fernandes.
We expect nothing less. But all the drama came in
the second half.
In the second half, the final moments. And it was written in the stars. Jesse Lingard coming off the bench and scoring the winning goal
against
the team that helped him revive his career. It must have been painful to be a West Ham fan.
Oh man, it was the goal was beautiful.
I will not disagree. But it just goes to show the mental strength of Lingard. I think after the howler he had in the Champions League, giving away the ball, costing United a point. It's crazy. But for him to come on and hold his head up high and say, okay, this is my chance, let me take it.
The team needs me. I need to score.
But I think going along with the theme of this weekend's games, VAR. Like, what is wrong with VAR?
I don't know, because I don't know how to say it, because it's painful, man. It's agitating.
We should have had 2 penalties before West Ham got theirs. And I'm sure every Man United fan out there was fuming, was absolutely mad. Because if West Ham scored and that game ended at the draw,
riots, I'm telling you, like guaranteed riots.
That would have been so annoying.
Because I don't understand. For the first instance, Sufa.
Definite
penalty. Ronaldo took him on, and Sufa's leg was trailing. He left his leg trailing.
Exactly.
That's a penalty. That's obstruction.
Exactly.
In the second instance with Zuma is nowhere near the ball.
And plus, for him to get to the ball, what does he have to go through first?
The man.
Exactly. So both cases, I don't know why the ref wasn't at least given a chance
to go
review. But when it's the penalty, obviously now the referee goes and sees and takes literally 2 seconds, one look at it, penalty. It's absolute madness, I'm telling you. But VR would have cost the game, but cost us the game. But thank God they did.
De Gea is there.
David De Gea coming through. He's a United legend. No question about it. But thank God for David De Gea.
That was a save and a half. Because I think people think that penalties are straightforward. And also because of his record before, I think he had faced I don't know how many penalties.
Exactly.
And he hadn't saved any.
Exactly. I think it was the perfect storm. Because once the ref overturned the decision and gave the penalty, my heart sunk. To be honest, because the reason why I say it's a perfect storm, it's Mark Noble never misses penalties.
He has a good record.
I don't think he's missed penalties in the last 5 years.
26 for 26. Exactly.
In the last 5 years, he hasn't missed a penalty. David De Gea, he's an absolute legend. A brilliant goalkeeper, but penalties are not his thing.
They are not.
Case in point, the Europa League final.
He couldn't save it.
He couldn't save 1 out of 11 shots. And then now, those two combined,
plus it's 90 plus.
Yes.
The last kick of the game.
All the pressure on. I don't know. But thank God for
Dave. Dave saves, by the way.
But I think all in all, I would say a deserved win. Genuinely a deserved win. This time we played well. Not like the Wolves game or the Southampton game. We played well. We deserved to win. And we had luck on our side. And always
at the wheel.
We are third. We really can't complain.
At least so far, still all games are beaten. We are undefeated. So that's something to build on. But I think for West Ham, they can also keep their heads up because they were pretty much in the game for long spells of the game. Although, of course, United kept them at bay.
Yes.
And I think any team facing West Ham will have to toil to get
a win, and especially if Antonio is in the squad.
We were lucky by the way.
I think we had a let off because Antonio was in there. But West Ham, they should continue keeping that momentum. If they continue in that trend, they should be in Europe again. So
wonderful result.
Tottenham Hotspurs versus Chelsea. The
London derby.
The London derby. And we did expect a very interesting match. Two teams that were on form.
At least Chelsea were on form.
Even Spurs, at some point they were
the
top of the league. So I would say generally a very good game. A very interesting game. And maybe more of the second half, I think.
Because I think in the first half, Spurs were able to cancel out Chelsea. They were solid. Spurs, that is, they were solid. They were compact, and they were able to at least keep Chelsea at bay.
Try and hinder them or make it tough for them to
score, to go forward generally.
And they actually did create more chances in the first half. I think they created three chances in total. But the second half was a totally different story.
It was a different game.
Credit to the manager. At halftime, he saw things weren't really working. And he took the bold decision of taking Mason Mount off and bringing on
N'Golo
Kante. And that was a complete game changer. It changed the whole complexion of the game. And from having, I think, 3 shots in the first half in total, Chelsea, They went on to have a total of 14
Yeah.
in the second half with 10 on target.
Yeah.
So I think Tuchel is the reason Chelsea won.
And I also think, of course, credit to Tuchel for the changes. But having to bring on N'Golo Kante, it shows the quality in the Chelsea side.
The depth
they have. Because, of course, Kante is more of a defensive player, and of course, Mount is an attacking-minded midfielder. But that change, I think, it brought some stability, because Kante he's more or less like a box-to-box midfielder.
Yes.
So there are options. So I think credit to Tuchel, yes, but it's Kante. When you have Kante on your team, a fit Kante, let me put it that way.
He can cover a lot of grass.
Yeah.
But the goals did come from unexpected sources, so to speak.
Yeah.
I think it was Thiago Silva
from
the
corner.
first one.
Yeah.
Then the second one
Kante
was Kante himself. A bit fortunate with the goal, obviously, but
there's nothing the keeper would have done there.
Yeah, the keeper was just put out of place.
Yeah.
And finally, in extra time,
Rudiger.
and Antonio Rudiger just capping things off in style.
Yeah.
I think Chelsea are showing the potential that I think they do have. I really do rate this Chelsea team, to be honest.
Okay.
I think that they have potential to go far. I don't want to say where they'll finish.
Sure.
There's gonna be a separate video for that.
Yeah.
But yeah, Chelsea doing pretty well. The team that now seems to be on a downtrend is Spurs.
Yeah.
And fun fact, Tottenham Hotspurs were once top.
Yeah.
After three matches.
Yeah.
And up next they face Arsenal in another London derby. North London derby.
Yeah.
And while Spurs were first, Arsenal were bottom of the league with 0 points. But if Arsenal win by at least 2 or more goals, they will go above Spurs in the table.
It's football.
It's absolutely shocking.
It's crazy.
So this coming match week is also
interesting.
A lot of interesting games, because as the North London derby is taking place, Chelsea also have a very tough game.
Yeah.
They're playing the champions.
Yeah.
The current EPL champions, that is.
From last season.
From last season, obviously. But yeah, I think it's gonna be an interesting, or rather it's going to be interesting to see what happens from this match.
I think, just to add to that, I think the main reason Spurs are not firing, at least scoring goals, I think Kane doesn't. I don't think he has adapted to this Nuno system, because he looks out of sorts thus far. So,
would you say Kane's presence in that Tottenham squad is actually hurting Tottenham rather than it is helping Tottenham?
I wouldn't say it's hurting. I would say maybe he needs to get used to this system. Because having Kane on your squad, it's a plus. I don't think that's a question.
You'd rather have him than
But I don't know. From last season Spurs, when they under Mourinho, by this match week, I think Kane had more or less, let's say, 5 goals.
Yeah, he had already kicked off his
campaign. He was firing on all cylinders.
Yeah.
So it's still I don't know what's wrong with Kane. Hopefully he can sort this out, because if he gets going, then Spurs will be okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That is true. So, and what better match to turn up? So let's see how things unfold.
Yeah.
But yeah, satisfied with Chelsea's performance. Spurs a bit lacking.
Yeah. So next on, we go to Liverpool versus Crystal Palace. I think the scoreline was 3-0 at full time.
Yes.
But the game was, I think it was a bit more trickier than the scoreline suggests.
The scoreline was very easy to deceive.
You could assume it was an easy
comfortable game for Liverpool.
Yeah, but I think credit to Alisson, first of all, because in the early minutes, he kept, at nil rather, He kept a ball off.
Oh, there's a half save.
Yeah.
From, I think it was like it bounced off him and then went over
It was
the
looping.
keeper.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So credit to him, because after that, Liverpool got going.
Mm-hmm.
I think they got into rhythm.
Mm-hmm.
And I think a big shout out to Sadio Mane.
Oh yeah.
100th Liverpool goal.
That is a mean feat.
That's a legend, a baller.
Mm-hmm.
And again, at 1-0, Palace would have
had the chance equalize.
Yeah, because Edward had his touch let him down.
That was an amazing opportunity.
If that ball had been in control, if he had controlled that ball, I think Alisson would be
he would have been in big trouble.
Mm-hmm. But I think credit to Liverpool.
Mm-hmm.
They took their chances. They played well.
And also set pieces. I think both.
Yeah.
Actually, all three, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah.
All three goals involved a corner kick.
Yeah.
So I think it just goes to show the importance of
your set pieces.
Of taking your chances from the set pieces. And especially when you're playing Liverpool. I think Liverpool have had, before this game, I think it's 16 goals from direct set pieces, like the corners.
Yeah.
And that's the most out of all the teams in like probably the past couple of years.
Yeah.
So I think it just goes to show, if you work on your set pieces,
you'll be rewarded.
Yeah, you take the chance in the game.
And remember, in this game they lacked Trent and Robertson.
But Timecodes played.
Yeah. And they had Milner at left back.
At right back.
Yeah.
Because I think he played on the right, then Timecodes on the left.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So you see, Liverpool also have that depth in the squad.
And I remember I watched bits of that game, and Liverpool have gone back to the Liverpool of old.
Yeah.
Because
the title-winning season.
Yes.
Of Liverpool.
Yes. Because if you look at the average heat map or positioning of each Liverpool player, the number 4, Van Dijk, and I think it was Matip. Van Dijk and Matip were almost at the midfield line, and then the left back and the right back, Milner, were literally in the opponent's half. And this is basically an average positioning for the whole 90 minutes. So the fact that Van Dijk is back,
it has given them
that stability. They can push higher up the field without really fearing the ball over the top and then being countered because of his presence. So I think Liverpool this season, bringing in Van Dijk or having him fit,
back,
it's like a new signing.
And also they have another big defender, Konate.
Exactly.
And I think if he gets into that Liverpool system,
him and Van Dijk can
going to be crazy.
It's absolute madness, I'm telling you. But I think Liverpool.
The deal.
Liverpool looks scary because they're not winning by small margins.
They're keeping clean sheets.
Exactly. So they're winning by big margins, keeping clean sheets, and just totally
obliterating
everyone that comes before them.
And they at least having players back like Keita. He also scored this weekend.
Oh, his goal! Shout out to him, and he did the Cantona celebration.
Yeah. So,
but
you can imagine having that type of quality in your squad. It's crazy.
Liverpool, and people were making fun of them because they haven't made any marquee signings and so on and so forth. But I think Klopp knows what he's doing.
Credit to Klopp.
He knows what he's doing. I think with the financial situation, you really can't. Okay, apart from Konate, you really can't go out and spend unless you're Man United or Man City. But big up Liverpool. It's gonna be a tricky affair because I think their next fixtures. They
have Brentford next.
They should be able to at least keep that momentum going. But now you find the other top team, Chelsea,
and United,
and United, but mostly Chelsea. They have really hard fixtures.
True.
So I think if they can continue this momentum, they can establish that gap nice and early. And the moment they have a bit of comfort, Klopp can now switch. But congratulations to Liverpool.
Big result for them.
Well deserved win. Man City, Southampton.
Bro, VAR drama.
Theme of the weekend, definitely.
Yeah.
But I think the big talking point is Pep. the way he called on fans to come and watch the game, to try and at least give the team like a boost, and then they go and play like that.
Let me just say this, man. Big up to the City fans for turning up. All 20 of you. You guys you showed up for your team, by the way. You showed up. You guys don't have supporters, man. Anyway, yeah. So City calls the support base, and
they don't turn up.
And then they show up for that type of match.
That's crazy. But the game was very entertaining.
It was.
I think the first half City dominated.
Mm-hmm. They had chances.
They did create the more chance, or rather more chances, and the better quality ones.
Yeah.
But they were wasteful.
They were toothless. They didn't have that. I think that's why they needed Hurricane.
Exactly. And I think in one of the previous videos that were on this channel, the one for key players that
teams needed,
that your Premier League team should sign, I said that Man City need a number 9.
Yeah.
And I said that if they go into the season without a number 9 who can guarantee them 25 goals a season, it's definitely a risk.
Yeah.
For sure, it will be a risk. It will be hard.
Yeah.
Because you can have all the fancy football you want, create all the chances, but if you don't have that person to tap it in, people make fun of the poacher in the box, but that
was essential, because if they had that in this game,
it would have probably been another 5-0.
True. Because I think, as you put it, in the first half, they could have been 3 up.
Probably in the first 30 minutes.
Yeah.
So it's absolutely crazy. But the second half is where the big talking point is. Was that a penalty or not?
For me, it's a clear penalty, because there's no way you're telling me that Kyle Walker had got to the ball. I don't understand
why it was reversed.
Because
because the ref initially gave the penalty and gave a red card because it was a last man challenge. Then they go to VAR. And all of a sudden things change.
Because from where I was seated, that was even going to VAR, I thought that would be just like a confirmation.
Or just to ensure that the ref had done the right thing.
Then I see the guy reversing the.
Even Kyle Walker, as they were walking back, right? As they were walking back into position, he had that cheeky smile because he knew he had gotten away with one right there. So it's absolute madness. But I think justice has been served kindly, because City should have lost the game.
They should
for sure. Because if that penalty goes in, the coach, I think Ralph Hasenhuttl, he immediately puts in an extra centre back, and for the remaining, I think 20 minutes, they just defend.
True.
But so a bit of justice was served because they didn't go ahead and score the winning goal, and
they had the chance. I think it was the right call. It was reversed.
Exactly. So as I said,
justice was done.
There was balance at least on both ends. But a very interesting game. And just to say, Man City not the best start.
I've never really seen the hype of that team.
Wow.
Especially this season. I mean, they beat Norwich. You expect them to beat Norwich. Arsenal in shambles. You expect them to win that game. They lost the opening game to Tottenham, Spurs. They won the Leicester game, but it was also an open affair, sort of.
It wasn't really the most straightforward
game. So I don't see the hype. I really don't see the hype.
Really?
Yeah, I don't. I really don't. So this game also actually proves it. The Southampton game proves it.
I actually have a friend of mine who watches the channel, and he usually says you just hate us.
I hate that team. Not hate, but I don't see the hype. That's the thing. I don't see the hype.
But they've dropped points. First 5 matches, 3 wins and one loss.
Draw.
1 loss, 1 draw. And next they face Chelsea. Because
prove me wrong. If they were a good team, this is a game they would be winning.
But also I'll counter argue you and say let's not brush off this 0-0 draw for Man City because Man United actually drew with Southampton.
But we had a goal.
Maybe you might say
and we had shots on target. These guys didn't have a shot on target the entire 90. And you're at home. Okay, I know Etihad doesn't have fans, but you're playing at home, man.
Wow.
You should be scoring.
Wow.
Anyway, my point is this is a game City should have lost. They should
won.
City lost the way they played the game.
They should have lost.
They should have lost.
Okay.
So they should be lucky getting that point. They should feel lucky.
They should be happy.
They should be happy.
Wow. I think it was just a matter of taking the chances.
Yeah.
Okay. It's tough to call because teams will struggle against Southampton for sure.
Yeah.
And they because the style that the approach that they've had ever since losing Danny Ings, they play on the front foot now.
Yeah.
So they won't really sit back and absorb the whole time. They will have spells where they will actually
go forward,
try and actually play good football.
Yeah.
But yeah, big up to Southampton. Another draw.
Yeah.
Because they've had draws against United and then against Man City. They're not dropping all the points, right? Especially against the big teams.
Yeah.
So yeah, Manchester City, not the start to the season we expected.
Yeah.
I think we did expect them to have at least 15 points out of 15. Personally, I think they should have.
Okay.
The matches that they've had already, they should have comfortably won because they are the champions.
Yeah.
But now it comes to that point in the season where they play the big teams back to back. So they play Chelsea. Then I think after the international break, they play Liverpool. So tough times up ahead.
Yeah.
Next, we go to Burnley versus Arsenal.
Yeah.
I think you know my thoughts on Burnley.
Yeah.
So
I am football.
I am a happy man. I am a very
they
happy
lost.
man. Yes.
Oh.
I am a happy man that they lost because it means that they are they're going towards where I want them to go.
Okay.
17
that's
and
harsh.
below.
That's harsh.
But yeah. Arsenal getting another victory.
Yeah.
I think that's the main talking point. Mikel Arteta's team finally look as if they have everything under control. But obviously we know with Arsenal it just takes
just one game.
And everything just goes back down to Arteta out. Oh, you're not good enough for this club. We've all seen those clips. We've seen all these clips online. But first of all, let's start off with the highlight of the game. It ended 1-0.
Yeah.
And what a goal it was.
What a free kick.
Odegaard, at least now he's sort of starting to repay his transfer fees.
Yeah.
Helping Arsenal get that
result,
that win that they need. And I think right now they're on 6.
Yeah.
So yeah, beautiful free kick.
There's no way Pope is getting to that.
It just shows the quality of the player because I think at home you should challenge yourself.
Yeah.
Try take a free kick like that because for you to get it over the wall and then back down underneath the crossbar in time. And considering this is Burnley we're talking about, so they're like 6'4", 6'3", very tall players. So for you to get the ball over them and under the crossbar in time and on target and beat Pope, who is also like 6'5".
Yeah. That was
like props to him.
Yeah.
So I think he saved the game because the first half was really tight.
Yeah.
Really tense. No team really wanted to
blink.
To make a mistake.
Yeah.
I think if you watched at least bits of that first half, you would see like no team was willing to commit enough to leave the defense exposed.
Yeah.
But after that goal, the second half, Burnley had to actually open up and try and play football.
Yeah.
Credit to them, they did.
Yeah.
Second half, they put the pressure.
They did. They had chances, by the way. I think there was one for, was it Connie? The new signing?
Yes.
He had a chance, and I think if he had sorted his leg, his foot. Yeah, I think
early enough.
Yeah.
He would have scored. He would have probably equalized the game.
Because Randy made it, Ramsdale made himself big.
That's also another thing.
Yeah.
Ramsdale making is it his debut?
No, second
game.
Yeah.
Second game, and he's already turning up.
2 clean sheets.
I think his signing was justified, even though it seemed like as if it was last minute.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think Arsenal 6 out of 6 points. Burnley have lost.
You're
happy. So yeah, I think now they have momentum because they won.
Arsenal,
Arsenal have momentum. They won matchweek in matchweek 4.
Yeah.
They've now won here.
Yeah.
And next they face
Tottenham
Hotspurs.
Yeah.
Big game. I expect a very fiery game, a very fiery encounter because one team is
coming down,
slowly moving down.
Yeah.
The other one is slowly moving up,
and
the stakes are high, even though it's early in the season because
that's pride. That's a derby.
It's a derby, and they are more or less close together in the table.
Yeah.
So there's actually something to play for.
Yeah.
So can Arsenal keep up the momentum, or will Spurs?
I think this is. I don't to
give away a prediction.
Yeah, but it will be an entertaining game.
It will be a very, very entertaining game.
Yeah.
But here's the other question before we conclude. Yeah. There was a VAR incident. In the Arsenal game.
Yeah.
So was it or was it not?
I don't. At first instance, I thought it was a penalty from the angle because I saw it from the striker's angle. But looking at it again on VAR, it was clear that Ramsdale got the ball first and then got to the man. He got the slightest of touch.
Did the ball really change direction?
It did. I thought it did. I mean, I hate Arsenal, but give credit to its due.
It wasn't a penalty.
I don't think it was because on slow motion you could actually see the Ramsdale's leg
getting to
the ball.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think in real time it's always harder to tell.
It's hard
because everything is happening full force.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think the right decision was made in the end.
Yeah.
It really did save Arsenal's skin, by the way, because it would have been very, very odd because now Burnley score. They've had momentum in that half
because they're on top at that point.
At that specific point, and with as we said with Arsenal, it only takes one moment, and the second one will come or the third one, and then they've lost the game, and it becomes the whole narrative, Arteta out narrative. But yeah,
credit to them.
Credit to Burnley, but also more credit to Arsenal because they took the 3 points.
And I think they needed to win this game. It wasn't a game of draws because they were in a bad. They still are in a bad place, I think. But
the points help.
Yeah.
So yeah, let's see how they do against Spurs. Brighton, Leicester City.
Yeah.
I think one of the surprise results of this weekend.
Yeah.
I think Brighton were they were very good, but they were also very lucky.
Very lucky.
We'll get to that later on.
Yeah.
But yeah, surprise result. Before the game, I think Leicester were favorites.
They were.
I think when you match up the two teams position for position, they don't really.
I think this is based on last season's finishing.
Yes.
But I think maybe just to put some praise on Brighton. They've before this game they had lost 1 game.
Yes.
And won 3. I believe.
Yes.
So they also look dangerous.
Credit to them. They are there by merit and not by luck.
And then for Leicester they had a European fixture on Thursday.
That is true.
So maybe that also played a part.
Fatigue, not having enough time to
recover,
rest, recover, and then prepare for the next game.
And then of course now Brighton, I think Leicester now had 2 days to recover and prepare. Brighton had the entire week.
Or they don't have any midweek.
Yeah, fixtures. So I think this was just a straightforward game for them. And they started off well. At least going to halftime, they were the penalty. Do you think that was a penalty, by the way?
No.
I also don't.
No.
For some weird reason, the ref went to VAR and decided to give the penalty.
This weekend, I don't know.
It was amazing.
It was crazy.
Yeah, because you could see, what's his name? Neil Mopai. He was tagging Westergaard's arm.
I don't know.
It was weird. It was a weird decision.
I think there was a foul before the foul.
Yes, exactly.
Because you have when you jump, because of the way his body, yes, the body was in an unnatural position, but then now you have to ask why.
Yeah.
You know, because if I hold on to your arm and pull you down, in the moment you're going to jump, obviously you can't really control where
your hand is,
where your hand goes. So I don't think it was a penalty. I think it was a wrong decision by the referee and VAR, because for some reason
it was just a weird weekend, by the way.
Yeah,
VAR.
It's not only this game but many other games.
Yeah,
but yeah, I think credit to
Mope.
He has this tendency to just take or cause havoc and then benefit from it later on. I think even last season, the famous clip, Neil Mope is a cheat from
Arsenal.
AFTV. We won't really mention names here, but he's known to to get under players' skin, to just get that
it's edge. Also a skill. I think it's a skill.
Just to get that bit of an edge over your opponent, as long as it's okay. This wasn't really fair.
It wasn't fair.
You know, life isn't fair. Football
isn't fair.
Football isn't fair, and anything can happen. Let's just put it that way. But Leicester Brighton took the lead, and I think they scored the second.
And I think the second goal, they were at fault. Leicester were at fault, because how can you leave Welbeck alone unmarked in the penalty box
in a set piece, cross into the box, and he might not have achieved the potential that everyone thought he has, but he is still lethal.
He's a pro player, so
you need to do your due diligence and actually man mark or follow the instructions of the defensive coach. So they got punished 2-0. Looking as if the match has gone, but I guess they had a brilliant interplay for the consolation goal. I think we'll call it that. At the time, you wouldn't have known how the game would have turned out. But beautiful 1-2 touches, one back heel, cross into the box, and then Jamie Vardy just tapping it in. So an amazing goal. But I think now the talking point comes in the second half. After they got the first goal at the time. Leicester got the first goal. I think you have to feel for Harvey Barnes.
Man, that was just... I don't know what to say.
Being caught offside the exact same way 2 times in a row. How unlucky can you be, really?
And I think maybe, I don't know if it's karma, because I remember in the Norwich game, that game should have ended a 2-2 draw, because in the last minute of the game, not in the last minutes, closing minutes
towards the end of the game,
Cantwell was offside within the blocking Schmeichel's vision of the ball, and it happened that Norwich scored the corner. But since Cantwell was offside, it had to be chopped off.
So rules are rules.
Rules are rules, man. It's unfair, but it's how it is.
I think it was just there. It was Brighton's day, and it wasn't Leicester's day.
It was.
So because for you to be scored twice and then both of them ruled offside,
Yeah.
how much more luck do you need? But yeah, I think credit to Brighton.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say well deserved.
I'd say they worked for it.
They did their part, and there was a bit of luck towards the end. But this win leaves them on 4 wins.
12 points.
On 12 points.
Damn, that's crazy.
If you told Brighton fans that they're gonna play very tough teams and be 12 points and be fourth.
Yeah, they're fourth.
They're fourth in the league currently, behind Chelsea, Liverpool and Man United. They would have told you that you need to stop using whatever you're using currently.
Yeah.
But yeah,
props. Big up
to Brighton.
Yeah.
Let's see if they can keep up this momentum.
I think they will, because going to Amex Stadium will be a problem.
It will definitely be a challenge.
Yeah.
Aston Villa
versus Everton.
Mm-hmm. So, first of all, this is my personal opinion.
Mm-hmm.
I'm actually shocked.
You were shocked. I think I was. The scoreline is a bit exaggerating of the game.
Exactly, because I didn't expect Everton to lose.
Mm-hmm.
At most, I thought it would be a draw because Everton. A bit of the stronger team, especially Rafa Benitez. I know they didn't have Dominic Calvert-Lewin in the squad, so I think that hampered them a bit. It did play a part, but with the way the likes of Gray,
he's been on form.
I expected them to at least put up a performance. But Aston Villa,
wow,
surprising everyone.
But that was a thrilling game. It was a good game to watch. I think I'm still stunned about how good or how quick Leon Bailey is.
Oh yeah,
man, that guy can run.
I think he has that sprinting ability.
Jamaican in him.
The Jamaican in him, let's just put it that way, I guess. But he has actually taken to life in England far much better than I expected.
Yeah, true.
Because we've seen a lot of players coming in and then struggling to adapt to the league. It's still early days because you really want to judge towards the middle of the season.
True.
But so far,
so good.
You can't ask for more.
True.
He's taken his chances as they've come. Obviously, not all of them. But for example, in this game, he had a very, very big impact. I think apart from the Matty Cash goal, I think he was involved in the second goal too.
From a direct corner.
Exactly.
Because I think they didn't get a touch on it.
Yeah, it was an own goal by Luka Dean, but I think the cross was from Bailey. If I'm not wrong. Then now, obviously, for the third goal, by the time the defender actually realizes he's taken the touch and he's like 10 yards ahead of the defender, and obviously putting it in the roof of the net, keeper no chance. But he's on serious form. But they will need that
consistently,
that kind of play, especially now because of the fixtures that they have.
They have
I think they're playing Spurs, they're playing Wolves, they're playing Arsenal,
and they're playing United next.
And they're playing Man United next. So those 4 games alone, they're not the easiest games. So if they can bring in that momentum and hope that someone like Danny Ings is fit. I don't know how long his layoff is.
But they have Ollie Watkins. That's a good.
It's a good replacement, but it's not.
So Danny Ings,
he obviously, there's always a threat with him.
He's a focal point.
Exactly of how Aston Villa play. But these guys they needed the win. Definitely they needed the win, and especially coming up against Rafa Benitez's team.
Seeing how solid team.
Seeing how they've been performing previously,
games, yeah.
they must have been scratching their heads and wondering,
how do we do this?
How do we go about this?
But I also think Villa, if they can get the chemistry going, because they have good players. They have Ashley Young, Bailey, as you mentioned.
Yeah.
Danny Ings, as you mentioned. They also have what's his name?
Watkins.
They have Buendia.
Oh yeah, Buendia is still part of
Buendia
the
is there.
squad. Yeah.
They have a good squad, because if they can get that chemistry going now, I think teams will be petrified of them.
There are some matches that obviously will be tough for them.
Yeah.
But the matches where they face, I think, lesser, let's say lesser teams, they will be expected to take the game to them.
Yeah, and win those games. Yeah.
So I think well deserved based on the play.
Yeah.
Unexpected in my opinion.
But deserved.
But well deserved.
Yeah.
Newcastle United versus
Leeds
United.
Yeah.
What were your thoughts on the game?
I think, of course, like any other Leeds game, an entertaining game, because it's always end to end. You know how Bielsa plays.
All out attack.
Okay, not defense behind, but focuses on
attack first.
Yeah. And I think Leeds, they started well. And I think credit to Rodrigo. Because that Rafinha cross, he did well to just dummy the ball.
Exactly. Because now it caught the goalkeeper off.
There's nothing he could have done.
Yeah, because you don't know if you'll dive for the touch or you'll go to the far end. So it left the keeper in sort of
confusion.
No man's land. Let's call it that way.
And I think Leeds could have added, but they were wasteful. They had a chance, but I don't know if the player didn't understand the situation or something, because he blasted the ball over.
Oh yeah, what's his name?
Firpo, yeah, that's his name.
I think he's from Barcelona.
Yeah.
The Barcelona left back or left wing back.
Yeah.
Which was very odd. You expect him to be left-footed.
Yeah. That was his ball.
And actually, take his chance, because the goalkeeper wasn't really on the line. So even a well-placed side foot finish would have sufficed.
Yeah.
So it was crazy, because if he scored that, that's 2-0.
That's 2-0. That's done. But then I think credit to Alan Saint-Maximin.
Again, saving Newcastle.
That guy is good.
He should go to a big team.
He is good.
As soon as January. Alan Saint-Maximin should go to a big team.
That goal was just amazing. The way he sat his defender.
Dummied the first one, dummied the second one, and then once everyone had given up, slots it in the corner.
Yeah.
So he's still showing his value. Teams need to wake up on him.
I think, as you said, I think he should move to a better team, maybe an Everton or some place higher.
Or Spurs even.
Or Spurs,
yeah.
But credit to I don't think this result does any team any favor.
Because it's a draw.
It's a draw, and before this game, Newcastle had 1 point. Leeds had 2 points. So now Leeds have 3, Newcastle have 2. So
it more or less leaves them in the same
position,
same place where they are, especially when teams around them are
moving up.
Are making up ground.
I mean, you see Arsenal, your buddies at the bottom are now 6 points.
Yeah.
So
it's really frustrating.
Yeah. So I think Leeds should feel undone, because I think this was theirs for the taking.
This was their opportunity
to get points, to get proper points.
They had the game by the scruff of the neck,
but couldn't.
Especially the new signing,
DJ.
I miss
him. He's a quality player, by the way.
But I think it was best for him because of his style of play. With his running, he fits into Bielsa's squad or style of play perfectly.
Yeah.
But let's hope he can get a bit more game time.
Yeah.
And reach the levels that we know he can.
Yeah. But all in all, I think poor results for both teams, but it is what it is.
Norwich City versus
Watford.
I think it was the battle of the two promoted teams
yeah.
coming from the championship.
Mm-hmm.
Now they get to show what they have on the big stage.
Yeah.
So what was the result? Maybe you can.
A 3-1 win for Watford.
Okay.
But I will say I expected Norwich to win this game.
Really?
They were the champions of the championship.
Okay.
So I thought that maybe this would be their chance to get some confidence flowing in the team.
Because they've done it before.
They
can do it again.
But I think it's it's an unfair footballing world.
Mm-hmm.
And they were given a tough lesson by Watford.
Exactly. Is it called Emmanuel?
Emmanuel
Dennis. Emmanuel Dennis and Ismail Assar continuing to
shine,
to impress.
Yeah.
I think as I said in previous videos, especially for Sa, him having that first season in the EPL, and then going down, staying in England, not moving away to France or whichever other country, and then coming back up has done him a whole world of good because he's a bit more mature in the way he plays. And it shows, 2 goals. The second one was a bit lucky, but being at the right place
at the right time,
tapping it home. And obviously Dennis was the one who scored.
But that cross was Sanchez cross.
Striker's dream. Let's just call it a striker's dream.
Because
the pace on the ball and the accuracy, all he had to do is just guide it where it needed to go.
And I think just to add on that point of Sa, I think he has matured, as you put it, because before it was all about pace,
and also skills and flair. But now it's about using it,
positioning,
using it when necessary, maybe to get out of tricky situations. It's called what? It's called being effective with the ball. I think I don't want to make comparisons to Ronaldo, but when Ronaldo was at United, he used to do all these fancy flicks and where it was really slowing down the game. But as Ronaldo got older and more mature, you use it when necessary. So I think Sa is going through that same phase. And we really do hope he can do well,
because he's a quality player.
He really does. And even if, let's say, by chance Watford go down, I think he should be picked up.
I think someone will take him.
I think it's gonna be a very interesting season for him. But the surprise for Watford is Dennis. No one really expected him.
And he's I don't know, he's like a Cinderella story. But that person who no one really cared to look out for. But now he's actually like he's imposing his will.
It's crazy, when you don't have expectation and then you shine, people are like, wow, where have you been all this time? So overall, good win for Watford. I think they were, if I'm not wrong, they had 2 losses
before this,
back to back,
because it was a Spurs game. I don't remember the other game, but
I think it was 2 losses back to back. Because now they put it to an end, basically.
But for Norwich, it's bad.
I think they're still on 0 points.
5 games in, no points.
Where will be their first points?
I don't know. I think they had Arsenal, but they let us go. But,
I don't know. I don't know. It's gonna be a very, very painful return.
Tough season for them,
because no team really wants to give up ground. And you've seen from the get-go, no one is on a perfect record, but you see how tight the table is. You win 2 games and all of a sudden you go into the top half of the table. Or you lose 2 games and then you're coming down. So still early days.
But for Norwich, it's
hard.
It's hard.
Probably I think they will get relegated.
It looks, certainly thus far, it looks that way.
But maybe now we hope Let's see. Because some teams have to go.
Yeah.
This so that the next 3 come up.
Come up.
It is the rule of.
It is how football is.
It is how football is. So yeah.
Let's see how it goes.
Let's see how it goes. Wolverhampton Wanderers
versus Brentford.
Yeah. Hey. Maybe I can just kick off. I did not expect it.
Maybe not to add to that, it was a shocking performance by Wolves.
I think
a shambolic performance by them.
After getting their first win last weekend, they go on and play the way they did. Crazy.
Because, and again, being at home, I expected them to impose their will in the game.
Exactly.
But it was Brentford who were doing that. It was just
the
crazy.
Promoted team. I think it just goes to show that the hype that we had for Brentford after the Arsenal game, especially when they won their first game back, I think it wasn't just in the moment. There is something special about this Brentford side.
Yeah.
And what makes it best, or what makes it interesting, is that no one knows really how they play. Teams haven't had time to
learn how they play,
to figure them out, as you've put it.
Yeah.
So, 2-0.
And I think props to Ivan Toney. His first goal, of course, a penalty. You have to keep your composure. You know, other players missed this weekend, but Toney kept composure, especially being the away team.
Exactly.
And then for the second goal, he how do I put it? A striker's positional play, holding up the ball, holding up the defender, and then just in an instant played a pass to Mbuemo, far post, and all he had to do was just tap it in.
Oh yeah, I actually remember the goal now.
Yeah.
It's Brentford. Like, big up to them.
Yeah.
They're doing bits in this season.
Yeah.
How far will they go?
I think they'll finish in the top half. Because look at this way. Before this game, they had lost 1 game. And that game they lost at the 90th minute to Brighton.
So they were expecting a draw, basically.
Yeah, that game.
And then they switched off last minute.
And of course you get punished when you switch off. So I think they're a solid team. And I don't think any team should, or anyone rather, should look down on them. Because I think that was just wiped off when they cleaned Arsenal. So now teams should just go
take them seriously.
Yeah.
So maybe I may ask, what's happening to Wolves?
I don't know, man. That game, I think they also didn't have a shot on target.
Again.
And mind you, the second half they played Brentford played with a man less, and they still couldn't get a shot on target.
Exactly, the red card.
So I don't know what's wrong with them. And I think they were too confident maybe of this game.
But still,
I don't know.
It just goes to show the importance of Nuno.
Yeah, true.
They look like they're absolutely missing.
Yeah.
Because you still have Wolves playing that back 3 formation, but they don't look the same. They don't look like
confused.
the Wolves of last season.
Yeah.
Maybe they just need a bit of time to find their footing. But
the
league is 38 games.
As you said, I don't know. I was also surprised because they played well against Spurs. They played well against United. Although they lost those games, they were the better team. And then now to lose in such a manner, it's baffling. I don't know.
What will happen? Where will they finish?
I think they'll be a mid-table team, because if they cannot win against Brentford at home,
and then a couple of weeks earlier they have the kind of performances they did against the big boys,
and then they lose such games, so you don't even know. You don't know what to expect.
Mixed baskets.
Yeah.
So 13th, 14th?
Maybe thereabouts.
But yeah, overall, congratulations to Brentford.
Yeah, they look the part.
Promoted team, doing well in the Premier League.
Yeah.
It's a fairy tale story. So yeah, that's it from us. All 10 matches. We've done a quick and very brief review of all the games that took place.
Yeah.
And if you've made it this far, thank you so much for your support. We really do appreciate you taking time to watch the videos.
Yeah.
If you have any feedback, you could put it down in the comment section. If you have any sort of critique, just put it down there.
Yeah.
Or you can tell us on our social media handles.
Yeah.
We do have an Instagram, even a Facebook, and even a TikTok page.
Yeah.
So yeah, keep in touch with us. I've been your host, Ian.
I'm Alan.
See you guys next week. Stay safe.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.